Hi and welcome to Chat Central. Today we have with us a very well-known contemporary Indian writer who is also the founder and artistic director of the Indian Summer Festival in Vancouver. He's here with us to share some insights on what's coming up in this 10-day festival in July. Let's welcome Sirish Rao. Hi Sirish.
Hi Kanika.
Welcome to Chat Central.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So Sirish, we'll get to Indian Summer Festival in a bit, but tell us a little bit about yourself and your background first.
Oh, me. Well, I guess like the rest of life, it's been an interesting journey. Lots of, nudges and lots of wanderings along the way that's brought me here to Vancouver and to this festival. But I started out really as a mountain guide first.
Oh, really?
That was the first thing that I was trained to do, but then moved into the worlds of art and culture, got into publishing books and writing books. And so there was always a love for the outdoors and the mountains and a love for literature and culture. So I'm quite lucky to be here in Vancouver where those two things actually
It's amazing how you've done such a variety of things and you enjoy everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're all interesting little roller coaster rides in their own way.
And they kind of connect to each other too in a way, right? Like you mentioned.
Yeah.
So, Sirish, talking about Indian Summer Festival. Now, it is known to be the festival of arts and culture and diversity, as you say. Now, Vancouver being such a diverse city in itself, do you feel that it fits with the dynamics of the city really well?
Yeah, in a way. See, the byline of Indian Summer is where worlds meet.
Yeah.
And partly it is that Vancouver is incredibly, it's unlike many other places. You go out and you see such a diversity of people. The minority is the majority in the city. If you see 51%, I think, or 53% were people who are so-called minorities. What I feel is, to some extent, there are too many silos, too many people in their own pockets, not cross-pollinating enough.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's really a hope that with the festival we can say, hey, this is a space where, we welcome diversity, we welcome dialogues, we welcome what we call good friction, we welcome, a place where we kind of say, this is the shape we see for society. We would like to involve art and science and East and West and literature and film and this sense of being omnivorous, of being open to new things, being exploratory.
I love that. And that's exactly what this festival has been doing in the last 4 years. And this is going to be the 5th year for the festival.
Yeah.
And it actually come out to be one of the most sought out events for Vancouver. Now, for this year annual festival, what are some of the highlights that people should look forward to?
Well, the festival runs from July 9th to the 18th, but already in 2 weeks from now, just coming up very shortly, we have a curtain raiser event with Anupam Kher, which is, very exciting. Yeah, Anupam Kher again is one of these people who's played so many roles that as an actor, diversity is inside him that way. Yeah. He's worn so many masks as an actor. That's what's so exciting. And
that's actually a good pick for guests too. Yeah.
Yeah, and the crossover that he's had. Huge, presence in Bollywood and Indian cinema, but also things like Bend It Like Beckham, Silver Linings Playbook. So, just a huge variety. So that's coming up. There's a public event with him on June the 14th. But then our opening gala is July 9th, and it's called the Great Indian Railway Bazaar. It's kind of a tribute. It takes over the Roundhouse, which is an old railway station. Okay. And it makes it an Indian railway station for an evening.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's going to be quite the visual.
It is. We're going to have, so Vikram Vij, who's of course a huge part of the festival and beloved chef from here, he's thrown out a challenge to chefs from around the city saying, do your best to do Indian railway food and street food. So you're going to have chefs, not necessarily Indian. Yeah. So you're going to have all these top chefs of the city taking up Vikram's challenge, saying, okay, how are we going to capture?
And we're going to try different tastes of all these.
So different tastes of all, exactly.
That's going to be exciting.
And it's going to be for a day in Indian railway station. We have Aradhana Seth, who's a marvelous set designer. I was just on the phone with her actually in India. She, did the set design for Deepa Mehta and Far and Water, and she was the art director for Wes Anderson on Darjeeling Limited, which is of course a train-related story. So she's going to build, all these sets for the opening. Wow. that will then continue into other things. So we're just really excited.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see the visual and how this whole evening turns out to be. I'm sure it's going to be really, really exciting.
So we've got all these artists. Reena Saini Kalat, who was here recently and has a piece now with the Vancouver Art Gallery in the offsite space. She's done a video which was originally made for Chhatrapati Shivaji Station in Bombay.
Oh, wow.
So again, this whole idea of
significant pieces too.
Idea of journeys, of trains as travel,
heritage
as connectors.
and history, and everything is like interconnected for this festival. I love that. So, Sirish, for you, I know you mentioned a little bit about what your take on this is, but what do you think is the significance of this festival here, or for you?
Oh, well, for me, I don't know. I think somewhere the root of doing, diversity has become a kind of cliche. Everybody says diversity or multicultural. For me, true diversity, true democracy means you listen to and you welcome many different voices. And you listen to different perspectives. You might not agree with them, but you listen, you respectfully dialogue. That being able to hold multiplicities, if a society can do that, then it's a healthy one. So that's what we're trying to do in a small way, saying that, okay, now we have one of the discussions we have at the festival, for example, brings art and science together. We have a Nobel Prize winning scientist who discovered the cancer gene, and he's giving a talk while his son, who's a jazz musician and failed science, is going to be playing jazz. So we bring these worlds of art and science together. We have social entrepreneurs who talk about how their innovations change the world. We have a group of taxi drivers who've written novels who will share with us their creativity and say, okay, don't just look at someone, this is the function they do and this is what they are, but look at the richness of worlds inside.
Very well said. Very, very well said. And I love how these different pieces all put together and combine to produce this amazing festival. I love that. Now, Sirish, I know you and your wife, Laura, co-founded this festival, and I was just having this conversation with her that this is sort of like a baby to you guys, because it is sort of like an extension of your own relationship. Why don't you reflect a little bit on that?
Well, that's really how it started, and that's a thing of being that we occupy these two worlds. She's from Canada, I'm from India. I only came here 5 years ago, and in a way, looking at the fact that we are always sharing worlds means that you do want to, you're very affectionate towards both. You're an insider in both, you're an outsider in both. It's a valuable gift that we thought is good to share. But now, in the past 5 years, it's really taken off to become everybody's festival. And the affection that people have, the goodwill with it's been received,
and the good intention for which they have been brought to.
Exactly. So I feel that now it's Vancouver's festival, or the festival of the Lower Mainland. I mean, whatever people want to make of it, that's where it's going to go. It's like you said, it's like a baby or a piece of art or whatever. Once you put it out, it does its own thing.
It's very well accepted so far, and I'm sure it's going to be very well accepted in future years too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sirish, for all these wonderful insights for the festival, and I'm sure everyone's excited, just as you are.
Oh, well, that's great. And be there at our closing party as well, which is Taj Mahal Foxtrot.
And what day is that?
That is July the 18th at the Imperial on Main Street. And that is talking about Bombay's jazz age, when musicians from New Orleans and Chicago came to Bombay, played at the Taj Mahal Hotel, and influenced early Bollywood. So it's going to be a jazz, vintage Bollywood dance party.
You can't go wrong with that.
Dress the part.
Dress the part for sure. Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks,
once
Kanika.
again.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Well, if you guys want more details, you can always take a look at their website, www.indiansummerfest.ca. Thanks for watching Chat Central. We'll see you next Monday.